Welcome back. Listen, I closed my eye for a while. It feels pretty good. So, here we are. If you'd like to become a member, links in the description. Hi, Knack. You're first. God bless you. Hello, Beach, Ellen, Bada Bing, Fupa Boils. Live your life. South Maryland. My eye feels way better. It does look better. No, I did not put like Visine or anything in it. I kept putting the Bausch and Lomb. I'm going to tell you what, that stuff's magic. I'll show it to you. Well, people join. Welcome, people. Don't be rude. Damn, yesterday I had the heat on. Today we got the AC on. I've got all the laundry done and everything. I'm back. So this is it. This is the stuff. It is, you should keep this in your medicine arsenal. I'm going to tell you what. This stuff's amazing. Like, my eye is, the scratch is like damn near healed. Hi, everybody. But yes, I do have the eye ointment, the ophthalmologist, whatever you call it, solution. That's a gel to keep the eye soothed. But that stuff works amazing. I didn't even have to use it. It's crazy. So, we're back. Still no word from Foodie the Beauty. Bruce done took her down. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Because I did a little bit of diving into videos. Now, remember I told you guys about the army? Okay, now listen. Because if you guys know, like 3 weeks ago, Kuwait released 10 American prisoners. Without even a fight. Just, they were asked to release them, and they did. Okay? Now, she'll definitely be back soon, yeah. Now, just put in Foodie Beauty channel. If she doesn't put anything out for a couple days, you get sent down to the bottom. Happens to me too. So you got to be consistent. They expect it when you're in an algorithm. You have to be consistent on YouTube, or they will. They'll shadow ban you. Anywho, so I was looking at stories of people that were put in Kuwaiti prisons. Let me tell you one thing. I really, really hope she didn't stay. We're not even talking about the conditions, but by the way, the conditions are no air conditioning, so hot in there you can barely breathe. And then the other thing was the food. I know I heard somebody say something about the food wasn't bad. No. This guy described it as boiled meat parts. Yeah, boiled meat parts. She wouldn't make it. So anyway, sorry, I have to put that video down. Anyway, so, but here's the other thing. If they want to put you away because you've pissed them off, I'm just telling you, they'll find a way. And there's 2 stories out there. Well, there's 3 actually. This one guy tells about his experience. He tells about his experience in prison in Kuwait. And he talks about the levels of people. The levels of people. And can I be honest? There is a level of importance. I don't get why YouTube is letting her keep her channel. Oh, I don't know. I ain't worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is, did she stay in Kuwait? Did she go to Canada? If he talked her into staying in Kuwait, saying that he would get her out of this, and she fell for it, there's a pecking order. Thank you, Raccoon Man. Yes, there is a pecking order in how you are treated. You think she's gone, Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee Pandu. She better hope she's in Canada. They have pretty much, with what I watched, they have pretty much the same charge to get you behind bars. And let's just say it ain't all that that the videos. It ain't that. They can do it without an investigation. They can drop you in prison just like this. You think she's in Kuwait? See, everybody's split. No, not that stuff. Not that stuff. Not that stuff. No. Every single one I watched that were not residents, not that got put behind bars, were things they didn't agree with on a social level. And all three of the ones I watched were charged with the same offense, even though it was 3 different cases. How does that work out for you? So let's just say, I hope she made it to Kuwait. Now, or to Canada. Now listen here. Somebody sent me a picture from a public Facebook. A picture. I looked at it when I got offline. Have a Sue Mom. Thank you for the super sticker. Love you. I look, somebody's birthday over there in Cornwall, okay? Because I don't go looking for this shit. But they said, because I'm not going to post it. Of course not. But I looked at it, and they said, pay attention to the arm at the end of the table. I'm like, okay. Like, zoom in. And all you got was this and this, okay? At the end of the table. I got memberships. Cammy girl, love you. We've missed you. God bless you. 20 members. I hope life's going good, darling. She took a break from social media. I don't blame her. She got life shit. It was a meaty arm. Meaty. Dressed in something red that only came to, it came to here. It came to here. And then a big meaty arm. It came to here. Right there is where the shirt cut off. And it was red. I'm like, Handmaid's Tale. Right? Because I just finished the series. And I'm like, that looks so familiar. Wonder whose arm that is. Wonder whose arm that is. I don't know. Debbie's World doesn't even know we're live because she's just commenting one comment after another. We can address some of the comments because you guys had some good arguments. You guys had some good points that you made. I don't need to say your name, but we can read them off and talk about them, of what y'all think, because we are definitely split. All over Girl World is split. Is she in Kuwait about to face, if she goes past her visitor visa, they charge her per day. Even if they've stopped her from leaving because of an investigation, like her bill's gonna rack up. And you can't leave till it's paid. And then there's a big meaty arm in a recent picture on Facebook of a birthday party at the end of the table that accidentally got into the photo. You know, some people just don't realize it, but it was a pretty meaty arm. Don't know whose it could be, but I'm just saying. Everything going good? Oh, wait, hold on, guys. And you guys are great. You guys are great. We love you too, Cammy girl. You guys are great because I love a good discussion. Because I really am on the fence. Because when you really get down to the split, did Pause split this relationship up where they're trying to save themselves? Because you got to remember, he was complicit. You know, the huge, big things that were filmed, that is a crime over there, right? You understand he was complicit in this. And why would he let her film that and jeopardize himself being deported to Syria? Why would he, after all the work and the professionalism of his family, dishonor his family? Do you think he was ostracized from the family a long time ago? Or do you think that he's gonna get away with all this? And the love of money's the root to all evil, yes. No, Amber, you're not black. Her being so quiet is scary. She must be going nuts. Well, I heard she's still, whether she's responding or not to comments under her community posts and shit, I don't know. I didn't go look. You don't think the dad's a professional, huh? My eye's way better. I closed it. I put some more of this stuff in it, the eye relief, Bao Shalom, and I closed it for like probably an hour. And let's just say when I woke up, it's almost completely healed. Oh, you want to watch Goose Chuck's video? Nah, I already seen it. It's funny. Foodie saw Milky's music video, and then like 15-second Foodie did a post. You mean yesterday? I would think and this is what I kind of learned from watching some stories of people that were in prison with badoons, okay? Badoons. A lot of them are treated like less than, which, by the way, it means stateless, right? And that's what Salah is. The worst thing for them is to do time, and then they most likely will be deported. And like one guy just got in a fight with his brother. His brother. A badoon. Him and his brother got in a fight. Somebody reported it. And he went to prison. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I just don't feel like Salah. Yeah, like, okay, let's say we looked at this as a big scheme. Like, I get it. Pause rescued those cats. Amen. Thank you, Pause. But what if and I keep jumping back to this. I keep jumping back to this. And what if, like, they're saying all this stuff, but they just wanted her to leave because it could get Salah in trouble, and they want her to think that Salah's next? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think Pause would troll anybody except maybe Foodie. Can you imagine Foodie trying to hide from the authorities? That ain't gonna happen. When I say they won't wait for an investigation, they will. There is a sure way where they'll arrest you immediately and charge you with a bigger charge. And it's happened to the girl from Detroit that was over there on an Army contract with her wife, and then another guy, and another guy. 3 that were just stories, and they were the same. All 3 were the same charge. Do you get me? You guys are still going back and forth. Canada, Kuwait, Thailand. Canada, Kuwait, Thailand. Maybe, maybe she didn't go to Canada. That big meaty arm looked pretty familiar, though, because it was like a fat baby's arm. It was like a fat baby's arm. The sleeve went to here. It was red, and it was a fat baby's arm. In the picture. I'm not going to show the picture. Go look for yourself. I don't dig into people's shit. Somebody sent me a picture, and I said, hey, wow. And that was it. How long is this going to last? When will she upload again? What am I, a psychic? I don't even know where she's at. I'm reading all these. Yeah, somebody sent me a picture. Somebody I trust in the subscriber group, and said, just look at this picture. Look at the end of the table. Look at that arm. I find it stranger that Salah was willing to eat with Chantal in that park. I said that too. So did I. Her mother for sure knows. Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's definitely watching. Don't go to a country and be a boss bitch. Don't just listen, even though you're from Canada, America, you don't go to any country and believe that you're above the law. You will fuck around and find out. Do you ever watch Locked Up Abroad? This one guy that ended up in a Kuwaiti prison, he called it Banged Up Abroad. Because Salah could have set her up too. Well, that's what we talked about this morning. Just to get rid of her. Like, nobody's getting charged with anything. It's just to scare her and get her out of there, and then get her passport, which I'm sure would be easy to do to stop her from coming back. Listen, I watched enough of Locked Up Abroad that I wouldn't trust anything, period, the end. I mean, you could be accused of something you're innocent of just because you pissed them off. Do you get me? I'm hoping she ran. If not, I don't think she could do jail. Not there. I don't think she could do jail. Nope. There's no air conditioning. It's summer. She can't sleep on a cot. 1 cot, 2 hots. There is no AC. They talked about how hot it is in the jails and the prisons. It's horrible. There's one fan for the whole unit, and he says it oscillates. So he counted. It took 14 seconds for that fan to even whisper at him. And then it went back into the rotation. I'm serious. No privacy. No privacy. Well, there's no pity. No, I mean, we love the fuck around part of her, or find out part of her fuck around, but she wouldn't survive. She would not survive. This one guy said when he came out of Kuwaiti prison, he weighed 55 kg. He said the heat and the food. He said all of it, every bit of it was, he called it, what did he call it? Boiled joints. Like the joints of an animal with like hardly any meat on it. Boy, he refused to eat it. Once a week, he would get a papaya. Yeah, they ain't serving up food. I watched all this stuff. It was bizarre. She's in prison. Salah has her phone. No makbous. Nope. And that guy wasn't even where the really bad guys are. He was in the drug and alcohol section. So now, maybe you get what I'm saying. They go into the fart box, and they come out with a baggie and said, "Follow us." That's what happened to four of those people. Same charge. Yeah, she don't speak Arabic, but I'll tell you what, by the time she gets out, she'll be fluent. But they do have what he said, like a commissary, but it was like limited, and I can't remember what he said was in there, but once a week you can have fruit. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that guy was in the drug and alcohol area. He wasn't in the, the really scary part. No Foodie location updates. Just a hint. Over on Facebook, somewhere in Cornwall, there was a birthday party. And at the end of the table, there was a big meaty arm with a red shirt on that went to about here. And you can see the big meaty arm. So I got sent a picture. I said, oh, that arm looks familiar. But that was it. That was it. Some people like to scroll the Facebook, see what's going on over there in Canada. I'm not one of them people. But I'll look at a picture and try to find Waldo. I got no problem with that. They're being charged with money laundering? Did Pause put up a new... What? They do call that... they do call it illegal fundraising. Well, you got to see the arm, not the fingers. The fingers were dangling off the edge. The legs seemed to be, because you can see, you can see this, just a slice from this side of the body, right? The leg was kicked out I'm just saying the knee was kicked out. It's a red shirt. It goes to here. The hands like this. And there's a big meaty arm. I'm just saying, that's a picture I was sent. Don't know where it came from. Not quite sure. If she's in Canada, we will get a rage. Well, maybe, you know, the family's like, just stay off YouTube. You got to get shit going for yourself. And how you going to get shit going for yourself? Well, remember, she said, wait a minute. When did Foodie say that she got that gift of $9,000 from Salah? She should still have that, right? She's still MIA, yeah. Well, she may have got a welcome home, westernized, you know, not Maurice's, but a Pennington shirt. You know, oh, cutie will love this red. Cutie will love this red color. Hell, she may have just ran with her YouTube plaque and Pappy. They've probably been shopping for 2 days. Yeah, is that what she said it was for? I can't remember. I don't know all the customs. With her YouTube plaque, yeah. Allah's not going to say a word right now. Trust me, nobody's going to say a word. I know y'all just got to know, but this is our show. It's like when a season ends with a big finale, but it didn't close the scene, right? You got to wait sometimes for the next season to begin. Everybody's got to take a breath. Everybody has to take a breath. Look at you, teddy bear. Salah, we need you to go live because we're entitled to know everything that's going on. It's called a cliffhanger. Settle down. You know what you're all going to learn? Patience. Absolute patience. In the meantime, we're going to try to all work this out, and then it'll be fun. It's like we're the peanut gallery, and then it'll be fun when she pops on live and we go, oh shit, right? Or, yeah, we thought so. You bolted, right? This is worse. Right, The Walking Dead. Handmaid's Tale made us wait how many years? 4? To the point where like, Handmaid's what? Oh yeah, that show I used to like. That's what's going to happen to Foodie if she don't go live. We will all move on. I got no problem carrying on and moving on until we know. Right? I mean, we have to learn to be able to have a discussion, but if we have to move on, and you know what I mean? Because they're like, and scene. That's it. It's over. We all moved on. Like the whole month she got yeeted off of YouTube. We have to prepare ourselves, people. Do they have bail? I don't know. I was listening to the stories of being locked up as a contract worker and a visitor. No, we will move on if we have to. But right now, there's still too much we got to investigate. It doesn't mean that she's in Kuwait just because she's not going live. Her family won't let her go live. She doesn't have a car. She's scared. She's keeping an eye on everything we're saying to help her work this out in her Funkle brain. Right? Maybe I was set up. Maybe I was. We don't know. We're all just putting things in her brain. Foodie Beauty cannot run or walk. She can barely waddle, and then she need truth. She's buying a few wigs. applying at the Walmart to be a greeter, getting her laminated Walmart tag. Everybody relax. She knows how bad she loves attention on YouTube. She knows how bad she needs the money. She knows that everybody will move on. So I'm just saying, she's well aware. She could be in the hospital. Right? Like, we already know she needed, some medical. Remember, she didn't look very well. And if she would have flew to Canada, she ain't coming off that plane unscathed. Especially after she hits up the buffet. Well, they do shadow ban you a little bit if you don't upload like on your normal schedule. They do it to all of us. It's just because they want you to keep uploading and doing your job. That's true. I mean, they may have bail for minor. I just never seen Kuwait. I would feel like bail and minor offenses are for. Okay, there's different tiers. Okay, and a lot of it is based on, believe it or not, social statuses. You can research this. You can watch videos of testimonies of people that got out of there after serving 3.5 years. After one guy, 8 years. It was crazy. And he had been given the death penalty in Kuwait. You got to hear his story. Yep, so what? Got a membership? You got a membership from Cammy Girl. Yeah. Listen. He got the penalty in Kuwait for a little bag of that he never has done in his life. So tread lightly. I'll point you to that video in case you think I'm making it up. It's only, he was from Greensboro. That one. That story. It's 3 minutes long. And then one girl tweeted something that they took as something different. Oh my God. Then this was the 10 American detainees that were released. I'm trying to tell you something. You can go watch that stuff. You'll be blown away. It isn't like, I mean, we bitch about the judicial system here, but we're all about the evidence, even though sometimes some of these trials are questionable with the evidence. I'm going to tell you right now, it's totally different. And he was also contracted over there, that guy from Greensboro. And he was sentenced to there was no trial. There was no lawyers, juries, none of the above, folks. So when I got done watching those, because I'm like, I got to hear stories. I got to see what she could be looking at, right? When I got done watching those, I was like, if he talked her into staying in Kuwait and his ultimate revenge is that she couldn't get him to Canada and ruined 3 years of his life, holy shit. I don't know where you're at, Foodie. Can you do me a favor, though, right now? I know you're watching. It's fine. Could you just put either a Kuwait flag in your post or a Canadian flag? Just Just, you don't have to say a word. Just put it there. Just put the flag there. Paperclip. Okay, if you're in Kuwait, just put a paperclip on your community post, please. I really need to know where you're at. I'm waiting. I don't see a notification, Foodie. TikTok. It's not that hard. Get your fat thumbs out. We know you're on your phone already. I'm going to need you to go under your community post, put a paperclip or a flag. Paper clips. That'd be great. I mean, we've been sticking with you for a lot of years. And sitting in silence has to be driving you insane, because it's driving us insane. Look at my chat. Like, seriously. You don't have to say a word. It won't even get you in trouble. Unless your phone's been confiscated. But I don't think so. I think you've been interacting with people in your chat. Still nothing, Foodie. I'm going to need a post. I'm going to pull up your little channel here and we'll keep refreshing it. Just confirmation. You owe it at least to all of us in Girl World. I'm bringing up your channel. You better post it before I get there. Come on. There. Post. Nothing. You know what? Have fun eating boiled meat. In the hospital, she'll still have her phone on her chest. Even hooked up to machines. Remember? She films it. What? I've been thinking, since a lot of us think she was set up by someone in Canada to get him here, could they come after her for getting him in trouble? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Bad seeds starting to sniff around, and we know what happened to Marty. So I think it's best when Marty was putting everything together, and yeah, I'm not interested in dipping my toe in that pond. For real. I'm here for fun, entertainment, and not looking to get all deep in that. Now, I'm talking about why he shut up before whatever, right? So the fact that you guys are all just avatars, you're safe? Yeah, well, you ain't goading me to do shit. Right, PJ? Teardrops getting an ulcer with worry. Nah, I'm sure Foodie's talking to her in the background. I just feel like they talk together. We're just here for the fun. Okay. It's like, the guy described it as boiled joints. Like joints of animals. Not even the good part of not even like ribs or like straight up muscle. I don't eat that shit anyway, because that's all I think about is that I'm chewing on an animal. And it's just weird to me. I'm not a caveman. Okay, guys, we don't need to keep putting it in the chat. Everybody knows. Putting words in here just to get me flagged. I swear to God, I'll remove y'all. I'm removing that comment. Yours too, PJ. I don't know why people do that. Why y'all gotta do that to me? 'Cause you're trolling me, I'll bet. There we go. I don't need no algorithm bot problems. Jesus. Yeah, it's funny, hilarious. Okay, I'll go look. Hold on. We don't know what she's got herself into. I only had to see one thing happen to figure it out, but I ain't displaying that all over the place. All right, hold on. Oh, the Yo Mama thing? Why the hell would an attorney go to him? He needs to be important. God bless him. Let's give it to him. Yo Mama. He even put his ad. I have been approached by the attorney representing Chantal. You didn't even spell her name right. Shame on you, Yo Mama. But I'm not surprised. Isn't it A-L? Chantal? This situation has the potential to become quite intriguing. That's from The Walking Dead when what's his face was walking with the bat. Yeah, that was a fright. That was like the craziest scene of all with The Walking Dead. Yeah, I thought it was A-L. He don't even know how to spell her name, and you're going to be talking to her attorney? That poor attorney. That poor attorney. It would be so crazy if we never saw her again. Yeah. Negan, yep. I love Negan. He's a badass. I thought Troll Detective was in the background, totally a Negan. I did. I was like, oh man. Baseball bat, clank, clank, clank. When they were coming for He Who Shall Not Be Named, you know. And then the camera falls, turns, 50-some-year-old woman. I'm like, no! You ruined it! Yeah, Lucille was the bat. Yeah, everybody, we need an eye roll in the chat for Yo Mama's post. Like he would be putting that out to social media. Please. He's still trying to get out of that kicking the shit out of a cat. Wants everybody to come to him. Mr. always gets the facts right. Please. That'd be like He Who Shall Not Be Named would be way more believable if an attorney came to him. Now that would be believable. Stop. Yo, Mama. What'd you get? Let me see how many views you're getting. That'll tell me everything I need to know. Hold up. Just saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 O's. It's the only way you can find his channel. And then there's this. Somebody else has the same at. Did he have to add another O? Because he doesn't even come up with his at. Because somebody took it. Somebody named Bruh. Right here. Bruh. With the 5 O's with the at sign. Somebody stole his at when he took his channel down. Right? And then what? You had to get a new at? Yeah, apparently Yo Mama's going to be the one giving us updates. You know what? If this thing had wings, this community is hilarious. He gets 50 views. Thank you, Kimberly. I didn't want to go look. I really didn't. Imagine. I just checked Kiwi Farms. Nothing new. I know, odd one. I would believe Dee Dee over him. I would believe He Who Shall Not Be Named got contacted over him. I would believe the family. And did you notice all these people are quiet? Like the ones that actually would have been contacted are actually quiet? Right? I swear. I bet he's a nail biter. Just, you know, right? I need to make some wings for the pig. You are right. Yeah, even Big Turk. She's going to get the views on that return video. Oh, absolutely. And more power to her. Let's fire it up. God, it's like crickets. It is crickets, except for our loud mouths. But, you know, we're trying to keep us all together in a huddle, like a football play, right? We're trying to just stay in the huddle while Foodie's gassing us all out. Just gassing us out. All I asked for was just an emoji. Unless your phone's been taken away and you're chewing on some boiled knuckle in a jail cell. Then, respect. Good luck to you. It's going to be hot as balls, dude. You're going to lose a lot of weight. It's like being in one of them sweat tents. Boiled knuckles. Eating boiled knuckles. She'll eat the shit out of it. She'll chew on the bone. Trust and believe. And, yeah, it's going to be a sweat tent. You're going to come out, she's going to come out a skinny legend. Sweating to the oldies with Foodie Beauty. Go to Kuwait, break some laws. You too don't need weight loss surgery. Just make sure you do it in the summer. And this guy, he was in the Kuwaiti prison in the fall. And he said it would get really cold at night, but during the day, because of all of them, there's like 300 prisoners. And he said it would just get so hot, and this one fan would just oscillate. And he said it took 14 seconds for it to come back and go. Whew. Like, he talked about the whole experience in a Kuwait prison. Yeah, I've seen her eat questionable chicken legs. Whether they're even well cooked or whether they were even chicken legs. I mean, we thought some were street pigeons, but because the size just didn't size up to a chicken. But we've seen her suck those clean. I mean, just take the teeth and and that thing came out impressive. I'll bet she would win chicken wing, chicken leg eating contests. Because those teeth are like razors. She takes that, I mean, bites the end off, right? And then just sets her teeth all the way to the end, right? Right at the knuckle, and just pulls it. I have years of practice. I've only seen that in championships. Miss Effing Wonderful's dad is in ICU again. Mr. Wonderful's in ICU. The last thing I seen was Katie riding down the road with Lana following her in the car, and Foodie's in front of her on a $50 tractor lawnmower she bought and drove it a mile, making a video. It's really bad. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is going to send her in a spiral. What chat where? Yeah. Pray for Mr. Wonderful. He's really gone through it, though, for the last, I don't know, 5-6 years. I know, I seen that too. That's because the Mike guy outed her on TikTok. I seen that. I watch on the clip channels on YouTube. They pop up my algorithm, but I didn't see that. She streams mostly on TikTok. And if you're not there for it, they don't stay up. They don't save the live streams. TikTok doesn't do that. TikTok is ruthless, yeah. I only go over there to watch the Eagles, and then I just watched a little chicken. He was born, and his neck, he couldn't turn his neck up, and it was upside down, like his head. And the woman was like trying to save him, and it was 10 days of hell for all of us watching. And she did all the right things. And unfortunately, veterinarians, you know, there's farm, and then there's animal veterinarians, and they're not really interested in chickens, you know, that may be born that way. They're either going to straighten it out themselves or with some probiotics, and I can't remember the name of the other medicine. It can work itself out, but no. They usually, because they're like, take it to a vet. And she goes, you don't understand. That's not how it works with baby chickens. Okay, so let's see. Does Sassy do something? Somebody said, thank you, Sassy. Sassy, thank you for gifting a membership. Love you. And welcome, new members. An hour ago, she canceled a cameo. Foodie did? Foodie did? So anyway, where are you getting the rumors that Daddy Wonderful is in the ICU again? He just got out of the ICU like a month ago. Breezen's still following her. Okay, let's look. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay. Nobody needs an intro video. Just telling you. Okay. Oh, she just posted this. At White Underground. Oh, this was on Twitter. Foodie Beauty canceled my cameo request. What's up, cutie? Oh, she requested a pep talk for Max, and it says canceled today. Wow. She's canceling. Well, she may be in Kuwait. If she is, man, this is not going to work out well for her. Ursula. Yeah, but she could do a, Foodie could find a way, unless you just don't want to. She might be stressed out. She might be in Kuwait. I don't know. If she's feeling down, overwhelmed, and scared, she's surely not going to do a pep talk. This is true. 6/2 was yesterday. Yeah, it was canceled yesterday. She can improve her channel in Canada. That's what I said. You're safe and sound. Might as well work. I mean, I know her family won't let her, but she could always get on a bus and go do a live stream somewhere away from her family. I mean, she could, and be like, you know, everything's fine. Because she told everybody, I'm okay, everything's fine. All she has to do is say, okay, you know what? All that stuff went down. I got out. I can't go back. Want me to help you, Foodie? Help you make some money? Because you ain't, listen, you ain't going to come back from this if you can't find yourself a place to live and get going. She can take a walk down the street. I'd actually just jump on a bus and go somewhere and make it a day of vlogging outside and then go back home. Yeah, go to a park like she used to. I know, that's what a lot of people are saying, that she's acting as if she's not in Canada. And she ain't putting up any, she's not putting up any community posts of, you know, give me a few minutes, or give me a, it's weird. No, they always dox the hotels she's at. They find her in 5 minutes. She's not bright, okay? She's best to just go for a walk on a trail. My God, there's thousands of them in Canada with little benches you can stop at. Like, for real. No paper clips, no posts. I think her ego is dealing with, possibly, an embarrassment. Yeah, she was supposed to leave in about 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks for a visa run. Salah took the modem. Oh, no, they have, right, you have to pay for, it's different. They don't have, like, what we have, you know, where we just pay for cable, internet. No, they gotta buy a box, and then they only get so much data. Something like that. They could have imposed a travel ban. My thing was, okay, so let's talk about it. Why did they give her a heads up? Because it just got sent yesterday, Monday, to the proper authorities. They gave her, and they could have put a stop on, if they would have did it behind the scenes, right? Already got the ball rolling and didn't put it out on social media. They could have had a ban on her passport, a stop. She couldn't leave until she was investigated. They could have done it that way. But they gave her like a window to leave. Of course she would leave. Panic state leave. Look how fast she left Kuwait and dumped everything she's ever had. She was so afraid of going to court and having to sit on the stand and be subpoenaed by he who shall not be named. She couldn't get out of there fast enough. I felt like they gave her a head start to get out of there. And then I feel like, you know, we're just saying a lot of things, you know, like, this is huge, you're in bigger trouble, we've got a CD full of shit you did while you were here. Well, no shit, the authorities already seen it all. Everybody sent it to them every time it happened for 2.5 years. Nothing ever happened, right? Because they're overcrowded in their jails. And they never even just stopped her from coming back in and just denied her visitor visa, just denied it. There's nothing she could have done. She left 7 times in 2.5 years. Thailand, Canada, Thailand, Canada, Thailand, Canada, Thailand. And they could have just denied it with all the letters, phone calls, and videos that were sent to that government. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what we do know is Kuwait arc is over. That is a definite. Now that we can all agree on. Kuwait is over. Now, what if they're not even sending anything over to the authorities? What if? What if there's no lawyer? What if? They just wanted her to leave and scared her. And Salah went and got ice cream when all this went down. That's insanity. Bluffing, like in poker. Why will you cry, Amber? If they don't turn her over to authorities and throw her in prison, that's a bit harsh for collecting money. I mean, can we be honest? Right? Okay, it's real, not a bluff. Well, we'll wait. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I just can't see risking himself getting deported to Syria just because he didn't have the balls to say, I don't want to be with you, get the fuck out of here. And if I have to get one of my family members to go and stop you from coming back, I will. I just find that hard to believe. So they're either dead serious and he's going to end up in Syria serving in the military and she's, you know, going to go to Kuwaiti prison, or it's the complete opposite. They just wanted her out. I think if she had stayed and said she was sorry and stopped no, they don't work like that, TJ. No. Go watch some videos. Theirs is about honor, respect. If you disrespect them, even socially, there ain't no investigating. Go watch some stories. She has become an embarrassment. Would jail take her as unhealthy? I don't know. They're not. I would assume if you can live in conditions in the summer in prison in Kuwait with no central air, I don't really think, med time. Her only chance was staying under the radar. Her only chance was getting the hell out of there when she had a window to do it and told Salah, kiss my ass, I'm leaving now. Nobody's stopping me. I'm out of here. Which is the vibe we got from the video. I don't care. I can't live like this. I gotta go. I gotta go. That was panic. That's my hope, okay? Here's my hope. They send her back to Canada, right? And just ban her from coming back. She'll never come back anyway. And then they just leave Salah alone. Everybody learned a lesson. Salah will never, ever be allowed to, find himself a ticket to Canada. This is it, son. You either stay in Kuwait with the family or you're going to end up in Syria without us. What do you want to do here? I feel Salah's in trouble for his romance scamming and what all that entails. No, because we just speculated that. He did everything right. He brought her over as a visitor. He did a misyar marriage, which is legal. They just can't live together. There's no proof they did live together. She never showed us his clothes. It was just all babble that we were cuddling in bed. She said that shit on live streams, but she could tell him it was just a show. I don't know. But we never seen it. They were smart. I hope Salah didn't drive her to the airport and drop her off. Yeah, he probably didn't. He just handed her the car. He wouldn't be that dumb. Oh my God. At the second place, she showed us the room, but there really wasn't anything of Salah's in there. Just like when she took us in her bedroom in the new place, there was nothing of his in there. I'm really wondering, even in the shower, there was no man's body wash in the second place. She's got the Temu car. She's on the run. That's what I said. Drop that damn thing off at the airport and hoof it to the into security and get through and on the plane. Yeah, there was only stuff on one nightstand. There wasn't anything of his in there. Well, that's the thing. Did she really delete her videos? I didn't see them because the grifting ones to me were still there, except for the ones that said sponsorship. But there was some still here. I'll show you. So everybody said she was mass deleting, but when I looked at, like, Chuck E. Cheese is still there, and she's talking about people donating for them to eat at Chuck E. Cheese. The bookstore's still there. The Jar bookstore, she talks about people giving her money for that. Let me see. The Fan, she talked about getting money for the Fan. So no, she didn't. The donuts, yeah, the sponsored donuts. So no. Like, I have to go look at stuff because people just, go into a chat and say shit. Doesn't matter if a lot of people have uploaded them. I use strawberry body wash made from real strawberries. Well, that ought to set the bees on fire when you go outside. Don't you get attacked by a bunch of gnats and bees and fruit flies? Yeah, and I'm going to have to give that a big no. I don't know, Boo Squeezy. You have to save those questions for Foodie. I suggest you give her a super chat when you ask her. Or she's just going to ignore it. Or she's going to tell you, thanks for the $5, but I'm not telling you shit. You know what I'm saying? I am not her spokesperson. Go talk to yo mama. He must know everything. She's not that important, right? You can't be intimate without marriage there. You keep telling yourself that. You mean you can't get caught? Do you remember the Red Room picture? She'll take your money and block you. Right, but at least you asked. Who's got her phone number and I will call? Raccoon Man, he who shall not be named. You might want to go into his next live stream. Throw him some bucks, he'll give it to you. Trust and believe, he's got it. We are praying for Julia. Tizzy, I swear, you think like I do. I'm seriously not this invested. It's my show, and I couldn't imagine taking on the energy of somebody who broke laws in another country just because I find her show to be fucking wild. Can we be honest? Wild. She wears the crown. Poor Amber Lynn over there having to flash her underwear just to try to, beat out Foodie. Not going to happen, Amberlynn. Here's what's wrong with you, Amberlynn. You try to make interesting content, and I do get a giggle. I may have to pivot. Trout mouth and all. I might have to pivot. But you do make me laugh when I picture you with your little notebook and your, glitter pens. Now, I can turn this shit into comedy. I can make your boring ass what I did in a day spinning around in my apartment fucking funny. Like, I really can. Now, I ain't got nothing against the Legos. But it doesn't seem to work to calm her down, does it? And who the hell gets a $1,200 Titanic Lego kit? It's like 27 boxes. And gets rid of it so she could move to be near mommy? Bitch, that thing would have had its own coffin. I would have put it in it, slid it into the U-Haul. There's no way. Read the third comment down on Amber's last video. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously. You are not an enthusiast. You're flexing. Who spends $600 on Legos? Look at all this shit. You see these? Now, these three I bought. Okay, this one, and this one. This one was a gift. I got another one upstairs I'm doing that's a gift from somebody. But these three I bought. These three. $120 for all three. All three. She just spent another $600 on Legos. I know. I was laughing, though, when she was showing the underwear haul. I'm like, you really have nothing. You have nothing. I am not. I'm going to tell you what, I don't care how bored you fuckers get. You will never talk me into going upstairs or doing a haul and pulling out my underwear. Don't you just love these? Ma'am, 6XLs, right? If I was a 6XL, the last thing you're going to get me to do is show you. Because now I'm doing the math. How does this work? When you've got like all these designs and netting, can you even see them? How? How do you see the design? You might as well get tighty whities, honey. Or no, get some dark colored ones. All right, hold on. I gotta. Oh my God. Like this. Like this. Who does this? Who does this? Foodie is like on fire in Girl World, and this one start going, shit, I gotta up my game. I gotta up my game. That is a hammock. Okay, want me to read the comments? Listen, the third one, 208. You personally wouldn't wear this. Is that not basically what you're wearing in the intro? What was she talking about? This one's funny. Budgeting in Legos instead of budgeting in life. Saving medicine is hecticana. They look like diapers. Yeah, didn't she buy a thong once? Oh, good God. Like, all the seekers could climb in those into a freaking one-legged race. So if we got to pivot, I can make pure comedy out of the nonsense she sells as living a real life. Still shading her mom when she gets mad at her. Well, at least her mom shades her back. I'll give her that much. You know what her mom said? She put up a public. Now remember, her mom's Facebook is private. Now I only know this because I was watching Karina Kaboom. Okay, so Amber's mom Facebook is private, but publicly she shared a quote. It was hilarious. Do you want me to show you? It's funnier if I show it to you. I just did. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, so... Is it this one? I think it is. Hold on. Here we go. Amber. There it is. I only had to go in 1 minute and 56 seconds. My daughter is not delicate like a flower. She's more delicate like a hand grenade. Mama Lynn coming in with the boop boop, right? The pew pew. You keep shading me on your channel, honey. You keep shading me on your channel. That's why I said I got no problem doing a pivot, because I have a feeling that Amber Lynn is trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. Can we do retro? I've done a shit ton of retros, but yeah, I still will. Remember Foodie. We'll call it the Remember Foodie. That's what we'll do. But we still got to have a soap opera. We're not going to be kicking a dead horse. If Foodie's done, she's done. If YouTube eats her channel, we'll have fun for a little bit with some of the retros. But we got to move on, ladies. We're not that invested. It's a show on YouTube. We got to reinvest in another show. We can't. Well, yeah, He Who Shall Not Be Named. We are not going to go back and keep twirling around the Kuwait arc or the He Who Shall Not Be Named arc. No. We'll have some fun with Pete, some fun with BB, you know, family pizza night shit. But no, we are not going back to that stuff. Has she put out any new updates on the community post? No, we just looked. Can we do the squeaky scooter? Yeah, I just did that like 2 weeks ago. Where were you? They were hilarious. Yeah, Letitia's probably back on medication, so no more aliens are coming out of the microwave. Good for her. I'd rather see her medically sane, pharmaceutically sane, than crashing out. Letitia, I can't handle all that, okay? Now, if she wants to come back and just be normal on YouTube, I just don't feel like Letitia will. I think Letitia just wants to, you know, talk into the abyss, and she uses YouTube to do it. Because you ever seen Letitia come on here and be on her meds? No. No. Yeah, I already seen all that, Alexis, with Rakita Law. Yeah. Yeah, I seen all that. I don't even want to mess around with that area. She'll just stop taking it when she's released. True. She could even be in a facility. Because jail doesn't do her any good. She gets crazier in jail. Because she's panicking. You've never heard of Leticia? Lucky you. I saw a lady eating soap on a live stream the other day. Really? Deets? Was there a reason? Or is this somebody that's not mentally stable? Yeah, I seen that Never Ending. That was wild. And he was a lawyer. If Chantal goes missing, then we will find a new thing to watch. Right on. And I got no problem jumping on the Amber Lynn because it's girl world. I like being in girl world. Whenever I venture outside of girl world, it gets weird. I'm very comfortable. Yeah, it might not have been real soap. She was just sitting there eating bars of soap. Come on, you sure they weren't like can you tell if this is soap or a cake? Because that shit fucks me up. Did you ever see that show? It's on Netflix, I think, or Hulu. Isn't it a show on Hulu? Is it fake or is it cake? Something like that. I can never tell. And maybe she needed a bubbly personality. Yeah, people do make realistic cakes, yeah. Why isn't she streaming from her mom's house in Cornwall? She's forbidden. Could have been fake, but it sure looked real. I have a feeling if she was just eating bar after bar of soap, she wouldn't be with us right now. Yeah, washing the demon out of her. Her stepfather hates it. Well, I think that's a strong word, but I don't think he wants to live with her. Like, when you get to a certain age and your kids need to figure their shit out. Like, they need to figure their shit out. I seen this guy whining on TikTok. He's like, get a load of this guy. He's like, I don't understand boomers or Gen Xers. I don't understand why you make your kids move out when they grow up. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, who? If you raise your kids right, they're going to want to get out. It's called boundaries, house rules, and I don't want to stay awake every night wondering who's going to be brought to my house that I don't know or looking over my shit. Get out of here. And good for you, buddy. Pay that big mortgage until the day you die in case your kids want to continue to live with you for the rest of your life. Oh, excuse me, Dad. Can I take your car? Mine's not working. Sure, son. Throw the keys, right? Get out of here. I didn't even want to weigh in on that shit. I mean, I want my privacy. You done put in the 18 years. You have been broke, paycheck to paycheck. It's time for you to fly. That was nuts. He was serious. See, they look for controversy over on the TikToks. Then you get people going, fuck that. Then you get the other people, you're mean. You're a terrible parent. Your children are your children for the rest of your life. And it goes on, and then you're in there, and then pretty soon your head's going like this, your eyes are all over, and you're like, I gotta step out of this argument. But I did see some funny shit today on Facebook. And talk about a comment section cracking you up. This guy was so mad because he went to Myers on Sunday. He went to Myers on Sunday. I should have screenshot it. But his post was epic. And it was for a town and on a Sunday. And his description of the people he had to deal with in the mire on a Sunday, because he was in a hurry, was hilarious. He even said something about drop foots and one person actually went in there and said, hey, I take offense to that because I have 1 foot. And I'm like, here we go. It's all it took. The comedy was hilarious, but the feelsies came in, and now I know how many people have a drop foot. It just went nuts. Now, that's my kind of comedy, is when the comment sections, because you know when somebody's going to spark a comment section. And you're just like, I can't wait. Get me a diet soda, get me some popcorn, and we're about to scroll. And it was hilarious. His post was hilarious. But Bottle Mountain says, I have a drop foot. He was talking about anything and everything to slow down getting through a mire. And he did it in full descript mode, which, you know, comedy has victims, but it has visuals too. Without the visuals, it's not funny. The way he described it, you could picture it. And I can't even, like, there was so much. There was so much. And it was a full-on comedic rant. There's always I'm only here for the comments. Yeah! It always has 5,000 likes, right? Or how fast did you come to the comment section, right? Yeah, I love those. I always love when I'm just, you know, flipping through shit, and then I go, oh yeah, this one's going to have comments. And then I go right in, head first. Hi, Nancy. I go right in. I want to see, can you make me laugh today? And I like to watch old ladies fight over stealing each other's recipes and shit. You know you stole it, Gladys. I did not steal it. That came from my great aunt. They're like, they didn't have pen and paper back then, Gladys, so I know you're lying. That's the shit, you guys. How anybody doesn't seek that out in this world, I don't know. But it is gold. I could be entertained through an entire cup of coffee. And you gotta, listen, you've gotta join private groups. I don't even care what state. Join them in Florida. Those are bangers too. You've got to figure out what area. Just join their private group. I'm just in here exchanging recipes with y'all. I just want to see, you know, your garage sales. I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed. You've never done all that, Leon? Oh my God, I've been doing that shit for years. I make my great-grandmother's old-fashioned fudge. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, don't share it at a church social with Gladys. Gladys will steal it. Even if you set the recipe down, she's screenshotting it. She's going to make it. Everybody's going to woo over Gladys at the next church social. And you're like, that's my recipe, you bitch. It'll be in the comment section. Go into the church groups. It's hilarious. Oh, yeah. It makes your whole morning. Too many kids these days. Seems like they'll be with their parents forever. Yeah, good on those parents. I don't know what it is that they feel like you're a horrible parent if you send the birds out of the nest. Now, Sunny and Gizmo over there, you know, in Big Bear, in the eagle's nest, you know, Jackie and Shadow, they don't have to say a word. Those are the parents, right? They're only 90 days old. Sunny's already flown away from the nest, but Sunny is sitting in a tree watching. And Jackie and Shadow are following Sunny, probably to teach Sunny at 3 months old how to find their own food. Look, it happens in nature. You should pay attention to what happens in actual nature and how animals treat their young. You want to know why? Because they want them to survive in the world. They want them to get their bag or get their fish out of the sea. That's what you learn from, not the clowns in the comment section that have some kind of trauma that they just can't let go of their kids. You just go on Facebook and you just put in a city anywhere you want. You know, Miami, Florida. And then you look for like you put in, what you do is you put in like Miami, Florida garage sales or Miami, Florida community, like little towns and shit. Little towns are better. And then you get accepted. And then you just scroll through and see what they're all talking about. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Sunny took flight. But Gizmo's trying now. Gizmo is like flapping wings and fledging and stuff because and Gizmo has not even done that in the nest. Gizmo, I mean, Sunny even put a wing around Gizmo right before Sunny went to the end of that branch and was like, today's the day. Put her wing around her little sister. I was like, oh, like, see ya. Gizmo's getting there. I think Gizmo wants to fly with Sunny. If your baby is grown up, kids, it's hard for both you and them. They never grow up properly. Ask me. Laugh out loud. If you baby, you grown up. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. I only watched the baby eagles when they first hatch, and the one passed away. What was the name of that one? It was the middle one, right? I know people are saying that. I haven't watched it. I had to close my eye for like an hour or so, and now it feels great. But people are saying that Sunny keeps coming back to the nest to feed. People can baby their kids all they want. They just can't run around telling me that you don't know what's wrong with me because I raised kids that went out there and started their own families and made their own money. You can keep all your kids in the basement, wherever you want, buddy. You're the one that's got the issues. You can't let them go. It is hard to let them go. I'm going to give you that. I cried for 2 months when the last one left the nest. I get it. But I'm not going to hold them back because I got issues with them leaving. Oh, don't go anywhere. I'm so scared for you. We know, Christy. We know. We're not even buying into it. I'm sure plenty of people in girl world will, and he'll have his moment. Yay, you. Mental illness is not an excuse for bad behavior. Very true. But Foodie will use it if she can. Maybe she'll just start acting all monkey shine on their ass. If she's in Kuwait and they come to arrest her, she'll fake a heart attack. Right? She'll raise one of her big swollen feet. They don't care. You're not in Canada, where it's like, come to the hospital and we'll treat you for free. We're in the United States. What do you think made us assholes? We're not coddled. So you can't take your coddled ass over to Kuwait and think they're going to buy into her mental illness. Right? Right? I mean, when she called the police she literally called the police after the BBJ rescue to tell the Canadian police that FFG stole her cat. And then when they asked her, did she break into your house, your car? Well, no. Well, then how did it exactly happen? And then you got to tell the cops that you handed your cat over to a stranger. And then she tells the cops, I'm just not mentally okay. You call important services to tell them that you're not mentally okay because you gave your cat away and found out it was somebody on the internet that was about to out all the medical problems. That sounds like a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hilarious. She said, I'm mentally exhausted. Of course he is. We don't care. Who is that? Coco's mama. We don't care. We don't care. I'm sure he's not an emergency contact of any kind. But he's going to get everybody in there. He's going to get those views. He's going to dance. He's going to dance for the money. Like I said, if Dee Dee went live and said that, I would totally believe it. I'd probably go watch it. But no, I don't believe it. And why would he put it out there into girl world while she has to remain silent? Get me? He was probably trolled. He was probably trolled. I'll never forget Foodie rapping, oh, the pants around her head. And Salah said, fix your hijab in the chat. I don't care. That was so fucking funny. That is like one of the funniest is her response to FFG and the bloop live. Oh my God. I'm emotionally exhausted. Who tells a cop that? They would have showed up with butterfly nuts if they cared. If he was contacted, they would have probably told him not to say anything. You think? He was trolled. And it must have been a good troll. He's new. He'll figure it out sooner or later. That'd be like somebody contacting me. He's in the United States. He has nothing to do with her. Get out of here. Right, Bruce Lee Pontoon. We do not make fun of him because he's not real bright. I'm so glad BBJ got a good home. Me too. I cried. I'm going to be honest with you. When I heard that when Foodie even handed her off, I was like scared for BBJ. But when I found out that FFG pulled off probably the biggest heist, we could call it, not really a heist. All she had to do was convince Foodie. It was the best troll, I guess, because she really wanted to take that cat in and get that cat taken care of. And trust me and believe, I would have too. I wouldn't have done it probably that way, but I would have probably befriended the person that got the cat just so I could help pay for it. But if they couldn't afford it, right? But I wouldn't have took the cat in myself, and she didn't either. Yeah, it was a troll and rescue. It's like a duck, tuck, and a run. And she, I cried. When I knew that cat was actually going to go to the vet and get all the care it needed, I cried. That was it for me. I mean, that's all I needed to know. I didn't need to know. Like right now, I don't need to know if Foodie's in Kuwait or Canada. That's just too... The kitten and its sister and the mama cat were saved. They're coming to the United States. To me, that's the big story. When I seen that mama with her babies eating and drinking, like this woman from Paws can do no wrong. She saved them. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, if you guys all wanted her to go down for all her crimes in Kuwait, the woman should have just kept it off the internet until they secured her from leaving Kuwait. That's my point. Why wouldn't you? If you have so much disdain for this woman, why wouldn't you make sure she's stuck in Kuwait? Yeah, and she found this sister. Almost dead kitten my ass. That was so amazing when the vet was looking in their little ears, and I just loved all of it. Like, that's just incredible that she found that it had another kitten too. That was wild. It was great. They are. All animals. Even this woman, I watched this woman on TikTok that saves bats. The way she handles them, they look like their face looks like a little dachshund. You ever looked a bat in the face? Not me. I used to fuck around with them when I was younger, throw white sheets so they dive at them. But I didn't like hold one. She knows how to hold their little wings. She knows how to pull their little wings up, make sure there's no injury. This woman is incredible. She does bat rescue. She's the bat lady. She feeds them. She brings them home. She knows how to wrap them. And they're so sweet. They look like little dogs. Yeah. Do you guys watch Big Marv? The Chihuahua? You know, the one on TikTok with all the extra teeth? And he's absolutely so ugly. He's adorable. Big Marv. He died. Why would a vet want to fix him now? Yeah, Big Marv died. He had 460,000 followers. You never heard of him on TikTok? Oh my God, he's so ugly, he's adorable. Yep, Big Marv. You're familiar with him? He had a megabyte, or what do they call it? What did they call that when the Chihuahua had all those extra teeth? Why they didn't pull some of them, I don't know. But she always had to make him mush food and feed him with a spoon. Little Chihuahua. And he was so adorable. He was so ugly, he was adorable. Well, I follow stuff like that. And then I get attached to all the animals, and it's a whole thing. And I only have to watch 30 seconds to 3 minutes instead of full-on YouTube videos. Like, I just swipe, and then I get an update, swipe. He had an overbite, but he had extra teeth. Let me see if Big Marv was on YouTube, because I don't know. I watched him on TikTok. Let's see. Come on. Oh my God, and he just is so cute. There's Big Marv. He was disabled. Let's see. Because they didn't have a YouTube channel. They didn't have a YouTube channel. Is this one Big Marv? Because he looks like him. He was in a... yeah, there's Big Marv. God, I love him. Look at his little teeth. They rescued him. You see all his little teeth? And he had the over... oh, wait. Sorry, you can't see it. Here we go. There's Big Marv. He was disabled. They rescued him. And he was so sweet. He always smiled. And then the vets loved him. Anyway, Marv passed away. She had to feed him with a spoon. He's a legend. Yeah. Everybody loved Big Marv. He was a celebrity on TikTok. Everybody's crying. Even the owner, they're crying. He had a lot of disabilities, but they loved him. He was. I mean, Mr. Tiggs needs his own channel. Mr. Tiggs. That reminds me, I gotta take him out. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta take him out. I always take him out at 4 o'clock. He's on a schedule. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna just stay trying to figure this shit out. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for tomorrow morning because I want to go over this with the chat. I want to go over this with the chat and play because something is sus about how she found out. And we're just going to question everything right now until we hear from her. Leon. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for the members, Cammie. Thank you for coming back and saying hi to us. Thank you for the super chats. I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. I love when you go live early. I am going to go live early because now... oh, no, Yaba will be live at 9 tomorrow, right? And then I'll probably go live after her. But when she goes live at 10, I like to go live at 7. Like, we just keep the train going. And then you always got everybody else at night. And Pulpy goes live really early, like 5 in the morning, because it's Australia time. Anyway, I'm out. Love you. Bye.